There's the green king. Let's go. Hey, hey, 12. Hey, hey, 12 up. Sit down. Hey, 12 up. Sit down. I come with you boys get hit. Straight on 10, I live for this shit. Gotta take heat, I pray don't slip. They watch, they plotting, I see through they sin. I told the script, you don't get it slit. He hold his neck, he suffocating. I stay to be flexing, they feeling so sick. I feel like a Karen, the way I'll be lit.
Dream team and we step on the scene clean. All the haters, they really tryna be with me. I'm thinking how can it defeat me? If I'm strong on the low and they meet me. Jordan drop fire in BC. If you win on that, my name is Nimi. I get lit and I ain't gonna regret it. More power is about to get hit.
Don't look at my wrist. Or you can go blind, you taking a risk. I'm filthy rich. You know that I'm the shit, you pissed. I'm making them sick. I look for the ups, I had on my list. They cannot resist. He's trying to escape, but I give him the biz. The Saints gon' sit on the throne. These dogs ain't getting no bone. They gon' bring me the diamonds and gold. I'm a floss cause I'm in my zone. The Saints gon' sit on the throne. These dogs ain't getting no bone. They gon' bring me the diamonds and gold. I'm a floss cause I'm in my zone.
Yo, man, what's up? Why they keep playing with the team? I don't know, man. They ain't know that we dream team? I guess not. Let's go. Yo, stop playing. Stop let them know. Let's go.
My whip be a horse, no Rory. I'm switching the lanes, no Tory. So hot, just call me Safari. I'm ice out, look at the glory. My ops gon' bow before me. Talk shit, then it's gon' be gory. Road dogs pulled up with a big strap. Real killers won't call, ain't sorry. Me and BZ know we go way back. In the basement, whipping the playback. Mistakes that I pay for my sins, though. Took L's, now I'm coming for payback. These guys better know I don't play that. All the shit they talk, get traced back. Excalibur, look how I slay that. Like bad boy, take that. For all you haters out there, I know you wanted me to fall, but Elohim got my back, and I'm strapped, and I'm strapped, so
be my A. Are you with it? Are you down for the ride, huh? Why you when you feelings every time you getting tried, huh? 30 seconds so they sold, they just lied. They ain't praying for my downfall, wanna see me die. K.
I'm calling all soldiers. Hey, 12. Let's go. Wake your ass up. Wake up. Wake your ass up. Wake your ass up. I ain't taking no nuts. For the 12, I'm bridging the gap. 16-11, I'm strapped. Dream team coming back with a slap. Hey, on the block where it's at. White cracks getting smacked. Won't go read. I'm about to snap. This straight facts, my boy, no cap. What's going on? For the 12, I'm bridging the gap. 16-11, I'm strapped. Dream team coming back with a slap. On the block where it's at. White cracks getting smacked. Won't go read. I'm about to snap. This straight facts, my boy, no cap.
Shalom, Israel, Most High in Christ bless. Most High in Christ bless. Welcome to another edition of Sands of the Seers. Hey, I'm Captain the Red. We got
Officer Benaya, yes, Officer Abishai.
Your mic. Check. There we go. Also, Lion Cam in the building.
And Officer Zimra.
All praise to the Most High, y'all. All right, so we back, y'all, man. We back for another episode. We're gonna keep it going. Part 2. It was a lot of information that we had.
A lot of information.
That we couldn't bring out. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of info just dealing with our Native American brothers and sisters, and that seemed to be the climate right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just to prove, we got a lot of gangsayers within the $5 Indian community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's gangs saying that we are spreading genocide. What else they say? What else? Hatred.
Branding guns.
Branding weapons. And different things like that. And then you got the Negro that we fighting on the street that's talking about the Native Americans ain't they Indians.
European. We got them.
Bring it out. Yep.
That they Europeans.
The Europeans.
As if they have never encountered a Mexican before in their life.
Right.
Exactly.
Because if you encountered a Mexican ever in your life,
We encountered one this weekend.
that's what I'm talking about.
We had a personal
We had a personal encounter with a Mexican.
Yeah.
And if you ever came across one, you would know
Yeah.
that he fits the traits,
Yeah.
characteristics, features, give me some more
Bring it out.
synonyms, Officer Sim. Attributes.
Attributes.
He fits the qualities of being Issachar.
Yes.
Right. He is indeed Issachar.
He's a Negro too.
He is the Negro.
He's a light-skinned Negro.
He's a light-skinned Negro.
Yes.
You know, for those that don't know what we talking about, man. So I had an accident, a car accident yesterday. And the damn Issachar, right? I'm gonna be respectful.
Yeah.
The damn Issachar, right? Mexican.
He was a Mexican.
He was a Mexican.
Ran the damn stop sign, bro.
Yep.
Said forget the stop sign. Apparently, they forget when they get over here and they get into a little trouble. They forget English.
No habla inglés.
No English.
No English.
Hey, that's what a
No
Negro do.
English.
Apparently, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Hell is this?
I didn't see the damn stops. Ran through the stop sign, bro. And then, on top of that, after, my car looked like I didn't hit a damn cement truck.
rock.
It's like you hit a wall.
Yeah.
And this brother in a damn Mexican F-150.
Wow. Special edition.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
With Texas tags and everything. You fit the description.
Hey, Cap,
Fat tires too,
Cap,
huh?
he ain't even had no sticker.
No stick.
No sticker on the license plate.
No nothing, bro.
Damn. No, you gotta tell him what the first thing he said when he got out the car was what?
No police.
No policia.
What do
No
you
police.
They don't like the police neither.
Yeah, they fit the damn curses too, man.
They fit the
Break it
curses
out.
too.
Hey, bro, I would have had some sympathy for you if you wouldn't have tried to run. The brother tried to run.
He
Y'all
tried to
brothers had
run.
to chase the brother down.
Damn, he tried to run.
A block away.
No policia.
No policia.
So that
No 5-0. No 5-0.
No 5-0, my friend.
Come on, man.
So that just let you know, man. That let you know, man. We all fit the curses, bro. Those are our people, man. Those are our people. So we got to bring out this information. So, the rest of the world, those that are just coming across this information, finding out that you're an Israelite, that you can see that, hey, man, listen, we are oppressed together. We go through the same curses together. Give me that in Jeremiah right quick. You know what I want. Jeremiah chapter 50. And it's the reason why you got to keep going over all these things over and over. Hold that. Give me Romans 10:17, I think it is. Why we got to go through these things, go over these things, over and over. Go ahead. You got that? Faith, yep.
Romans chapter 10 and verse 17.
Watch this.
So then faith cometh by hearing.
It says faith coming by hearing. Faith is another word synonym for belief. That comes by hearing. We have been taught for years, generations, that the so-called Mexicans, the so-called natives are not our people. That we two different people. We have been at odds with each other. You got the black versus brown. Especially heavy out there in California, all over the United States. We really don't get along with each other. It's always friction. So, Paul is telling us right here, read that again.
So then faith cometh by hearing.
So Paul is letting us know, hey, you got to hear these things over and over that guess what, man, we brothers. We going through the same oppression as y'all going through. That faith coming by hearing. Read, come on.
And hearing by the word of God.
And that's the word of God is the one, that's the one thing that's going to bridge the gap between each other, between the two parties. As we both reading the scriptures, we both understanding, like, damn, these Edomites have played a hell of a game. They played a vicious game on both of us. You understand? To divide us. It's the old, what they call it, divide and conquer. And they have spent millions, trillions of dollars, you understand, to perpetuate that evil between us. You know what I'm saying? So we got to bring out these things, man. Y'all got something on it?
No,
Nobody got
we
nothing.
gonna get into it. We gonna get into it quick.
Here you go. Go ahead, Hey, go ahead, officer, man. Go ahead.
Well,
That's
I
why
was
we
gonna
need you on.
say-
That's why. Go ahead.
All praises. Well, no, I was gonna say, man. As you was bringing that out, Cap. There's a documentary. I was gonna try to look for it, and back in the day, there was a time where we were all called Negro. Remember, they changed on the census, right? They divided us because at first we was mostly all Negro. Then they said they broke us up to Latino, to Mexican, and then you're Negro, you're Indian, you're Black. But then, and divided us. So at one point in time, they all knew we were the same people.
Right. Yeah, and that's a heavy point, man. I think that's in what's his name? Rudolph Windsor. What's the book? His name?
Babylon and Timbuktu.
Babylon and Timbuktu.
Yes, sir.
And he illustrates how the Europeans, they actually came up with the color for races.
Yeah.
Dividing us by color, by blacks, whites, and different things of that nature. You understand?
Of course they did.
Yeah, that was them. So that's why we identify ourselves like that. It's just another divide and conquer.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's a lot of our people, like when we did the flyer mission at the Guadalupe Center, it's a lot of people, they didn't know that Mexicans went through the same things that we went through. The same curses.
Damn.
They didn't know Mexicans went through slavery, colonization. So, a lot of people don't know this information that we about to bring out. So,
And you got to think about it, too. You know how we grow up and we watch movies, imagery is everything. We watch movies, the movies that they put about Issachar, right?
Right. Bring it out.
They got a lot of tattoos, gangsters, mafia. That's our perception of our Hispanic brothers and sisters.
Right. And on top of that, all the movies, they always portrayed Esau as the hero.
Right.
Cowboys and Indians. Nobody wanted to be the Indian. You get what I'm saying? So that's another way that they divide and conquer us. We don't want nothing to do with our heritage or our brothers. Right. Yeah.
And then on the flip side, speaking about the same narrative as the movies, you have them watching things like what's the movie with Ice Cube? I got a blank, bro. I think I had a headache. Boys in the Hood. Friday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They depict menace to society.
Right,
These are the movies that they watch
Yep.
on the Negro.
Yep.
So when they encounter us in the streets, they thinking of damn what was the brother's name? Damn.
talking about
Dog.
Wesley Snipes.
My Loke Dog.
No, he's
Loke
talking about
Dog.
Yeah.
What about Menace to Society? I forgot.
Kane.
Look, my brother, my recorder brother.
My brother's keeper.
Kane. You know what I'm saying? That's what they look at us like. Like these things ain't nothing but damn drug dealing niggas.
Yep.
You understand?
Nah,
That's something?
they think about Smokey from
Old dog, yeah, old dog.
They think about Smokey in the chicken coop.
Now, but you got to think about why they did that too. Like you said, the whole divide and conquer. All throughout the scriptures, you read about how we were valiant in war.
Yeah.
How Gadites, they knew how to fight, and it took a lot of us to bring them down. The Issachar, how they knew how to use the stars and the moon to navigate, know the times. So this is the reason why they had to divide us, because they knew they can fight, they can handle us by ourselves, but if we came together, they wouldn't be able to do nothing with us.
Yeah, man.
That's straight up.
Yes, sir. You
Like
got
the
something?
precept?
Go ahead. Oh, this your first
Hey,
precept.
just one. My one
This
and
your
only.
first precept?
My one and only, Cap.
Man, I
he
think you
came out the
deserve it,
gate.
bro. Go ahead, bro.
One and only. All right, Proverbs.
So who gonna read for you?
I'll read.
All praises, man.
All right, Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16, and we're just going to jump down to 19. Because what we're talking about is how Esau has divided us as a people. Again, northern and southern kingdom, what the scripture say, we will be oppressed together. So read that.
Proverbs chapter 6 and verse 16.
Read.
These 6 things doth the Lord hate.
Read.
Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
So these are things that the Lord hates. So he's going to go through the list of the things that the Lord hates. And one of them is verse 19. Let's jump to the point.
Verse 19.
Uh-huh.
A false witness that speaketh lies.
So we know that throughout time, Esau has what? He's deceived the nations. That's why he is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Read it.
And he that soweth discord among brethren.
So again, that's what we talking about, how they've divided us through the movies, through media, through their different narratives. They divided us. They painted us, the so-called Negroes, Judah, the tribe of Judah, against the southern kingdom, Issachar, Gad, so on and so forth, and vice versa. That's it.
Yeah, that's heavy. That's a heavy. You know what I'm saying? And don't think they knew this. They knew that, man. Just like they knew the plots about what they say about the economy. When you read Proverbs, I think it's 30, right? When it says, get that right quick. That's a heavy point. Proverbs 30
Oh,
and
I got you.
verse
8.
5, I think it is. Is that it? Let's get to the point.
Poverty. Riches.
Yeah.
Proverbs
Hey,
chapter 30 and verse 8.
7. Start at 7.
Verse 7. 2 things have I required of thee.
Go ahead.
Deny me them not before I die.
So this is Solomon letting it out. Hey, it's 2 things in this world. Hey, don't remove from me, right? It says I require of thee, Lord. And don't deny these things before I die. Watch this, Rick.
Remove far from me vanity and lies.
Remove far from me vanity and lies. So that's one of the things, like you just brought out, that they have perpetuated in our community is vanity. Vanity. You know what I'm saying? We go out and purchase. Just think about our entertainers on both sides of it, right? You know, except for my Issachar brother, the soccer brother. Was he from Issachar? He's from Asher. He's a Northern Kingdom brother.
Yeah,
the brother that remember the brother that got married to the sister,
And he got everything his mama
and
named?
divorced,
Yeah.
and she was like, I'm about to get half of it.
Yeah.
That's a
He
smart brother.
doubled back and was like, hey, everything in my mom's name.
Right.
I'm put my hair in
broke,
my mama
baby.
name.
If I put that in my mama's name.
We broke, baby.
We broke, baby. So that was a smart brother, right?
That was a
there.
smart brother.
A smart brother. But think about it, just
I
from
just put
him
everything
to
in my
the
mama's
rest of us, not so much. And this is why the Lord said it's vanity, man, because we'll go out and buy a damn Versace shirt for $100. How much does the shirt cost? About $900 something bucks. Just to wear, I got you. Just to wear, you know what I'm saying, for all of an hour, 2 hours, just so somebody can say, "Hey, yeah, look at this Versace shirt," or this what's the other one? How you say it? Balenciaga.
Yeah,
I can't even
that.
pronounce the damn word. You understand what you gonna say, bro?
I was gonna say, or take a woman out on a date with the basketball player.
Oh my goodness.
$500,000
Damn.
date.
Man.
Tripping.
That's just
Come on, man.
top simp.
That's a couple
A
houses.
known whore at that.
A known whore.
A known whore.
That's vanity, bro. That's
Crazy.
vanity. You just wasting money, not knowing how many damn 30 for 30 video, how many 30 for 30 episodes have came out where you see entertainers broke after 5 years of retirement.
Yeah.
If I'm in the damn NBA and the NFL right now, watching all these damn 30 for 30s, ain't no way, boy.
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Ain't no way. I got my own damn soundbite. Ain't no way. I'm going to spend that type of money on a damn date, bro.
Hey, man.
He broke.
Come
Think
on,
about
man.
that $500,000
Stop playing.
abomination.
That's
That
the
lobster
birthday,
tail he
bro.
bought.
Yeah, stop playing. Go ahead. Read that dope.
Remove far from me vanity and lies.
Go ahead.
Give me neither poverty nor riches.
Go ahead.
Feed me with food convenient for me.
So this is what they knew. They knew this, and they perpetrated this on us, man. You understand that poverty and riches. You understand? It's either one or the other. It's 2 extremes.
Right.
You understand? You got one that sit up there when you so broke. Poverty. Just deal with poverty, right? You so broke, man, and you come out and living in the projects. Let's just take the projects for example, right? They got us stacked up. How high is the projects? How many floors you think they
High
got?
as hell.
30, 40.
30, 40.
Now,
It's
30
high-rises.
in
High-rises.
New York, you know what I'm saying? Over here, they probably got you stacked about 3 to 4 stories high.
to 4
You know what I'm
stories.
saying? On the average.
Yeah.
But on these floors, you got 100 tenants,
Yep.
and y'all all just stacked on top of each other.
Yep.
You know, in this room, and everybody is under the poverty line as far as making money.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah.
And what would you do? What would that create in one's mind?
Right.
Hatred.
A hostile situation.
Yep. A lot of hatred.
Yeah.
A lot of
hostile
hatred, tension,
situation.
where you want to break out of it. You
Yeah.
do anything to break out of it.
Anything.
Yeah.
That's why it says that goes back up to vanity where, you think about it. In the projects, I think somebody brought that out at camp. In the damn projects, you live in the projects and you pulling up in an $80,000 car.
Crazy.
Man.
Hood rich.
Damn.
Call it Money Mitch.
Money Mitch.
Money Mitch.
Right.
Money Mitch.
House
Can't-
50.
I can't leave that
50
alone,
cars.
man. They love me in the hood, man. Because I breathe this. And I feel like Michael Jordan, one of them ball playing niggas.
Right.
The gold VVS's.
I can lead the game.
I can lead
Who
the
gonna
game.
miss me?
Who gonna miss me?
Who gonna miss me, man? But that's how they be living.
Yeah.
That's how they be living, man. That's
Yep.
poverty. That's vanity. You understand that the Lord said, man, don't give me these things, bro, because it takes you to an animal mindset. A mindset. You understand? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Remember Bishop brought up the Skinner box a few years back, how over time they would create an environment to where the mother would be against the son, the
Right.
son against the father by throwing little bits and pieces,
Yeah.
but leaving them impoverished. Okay?
Right.
That's a setup, bro.
Damn. Go ahead.
It says, feed me with food convenient for me,
Go ahead.
lest I be full
Just like the entertainers.
and deny thee.
And they deny thee. Hey, I got this riches on my own. This ain't got nothing to do with the Lord. And don't get fooled when they get the awards and say, hey,
I give
the
all
first
praise.
person, I want to give praise to the Most High, to God.
Shut your black lips.
But 364 days out of the year is devil, devil, devil,
Right,
devil,
right,
devil.
right. Yep.
They really saying to the person that wrote the contracts.
Yeah, that's what
That's
they
their
say.
God.
That's they God.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal.
And steal. You think because, all right, here we go, I don't have no money. Let me go steal out of a damn gas station. And how many kids in California, countless stories of a damn kid still in a Kit Kat bar walking out and get shot in the back of their head.
Yep.
And you can take it a step further. In them projects, who you robbing? Your brothers.
You robbing yourself.
You robbing your own people. We done said a million times how your own partner will rob you, will steal from you, like steal your radio equipment and help you find it the next day.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
That's some evil shit.
That's
bro.
some
I mean,
hey,
Damn,
I
son.
didn't
What's some
heard
evil
it.
stuff right
That's some
there, bro?
evil shit.
Hey, but the movie you just quoted from, that's exactly what
Hey,
happened.
there you
Paid
go.
in Full.
Yep.
Yep.
Same
That's
thing.
exactly what happened in
Same
Paid in
thing.
Full.
They portray that in all our movies.
Yeah.
Juice did the same thing. His
Exactly.
own people shot him.
Yep.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Ain't no way, man. But yeah, this is why we got to keep bringing these things out. You understand? Because it's going to build up our faith, build up our belief, so we can understand that these are our people.
Yes.
You understand?
Most def.
The so-called natives. Hey, give me that first video that Officer Abishai put in.
The one.
Just tag it and put it at the bottom for
Yeah,
him.
there you go.
Let's see. Give me this video. Plug us in, man.
Hey, make sure y'all following IUIC Kansas City. Hey, help us get to 8K. All right, we trying to get to 8,000 subscribers. All right, subscribe to IUIC Kansas City on all platforms and IUIC TV.
All right, all praises. All right, we started from the beginning, right?
This is the one where we were mixing with the Seminole Indians. Yes. Or you want the other one?
No, I want the one. Let's start at the beginning of this one.
Go. This ain't the one you want the beginning of. It's the other one. Go to the other video and start from the beginning. The other video. Trail of Tears. Yep.
Yeah. Make sure y'all
Yeah, remember when we had that barbecue. Remember they had the memorial in Kansas City dealing with the Trail of Tears because they came through Kansas City.
Yeah, it sure did.
Yeah.
Sure did.
And just go to a minute 17.
Hey, Kansas City and Kansas got a lot of so-called Native American history, Gadai history. Like when you're dealing with the Jayhawks and things like that. We got a lot of history here around in these areas. And when you was talking about like the powwows when we went through, like those $5 Indians, man, saying that we was there to promote genocide, man, a lot of them was receptive. When we were talking, Officer Benign, when we was talking to some of them,
Everybody we talked to was receptive.
You asked one of them, you said, after he went through, remember the one that was in the military, he said he go there to fight for his people, and they celebrate they're doing it for their people, but they're still destroyed in the mind. You go to the military of the so-called white man, and then you ask him and you said, so do you forgive them for what they did? He said no. He said no.
But he got the ego on this.
Yeah.
Right.
But hey,
Come on,
we about
man.
to get into it, y'all. But I'm glad we doing this because it's a lot of not Jake, but Negroes out there who feel like Native Americans aren't our brothers. You get what I'm saying? So this is gonna really expose that the natives, they went through the same stuff we went through. How our mindsets got changed through slavery and assimilation. The same thing happened to the Native Americans. So,
all right, let's go. You got it? Yes, go.
The Trail of Tears refers to the forced displacement of what white American colonizers called the 5 civilized tribes. Over 20 years between 1830 and 1850, somewhere around 60,000 to 100,000 Native Americans were forced from their homes into land the new government had decided would be Indian territory. During their removal, countless died from exposure, disease, and starvation. Their unnecessary deaths are now seen as a near genocidal event, and the route they walked and died upon is forevermore known as the Trail of Tears.
So pause. So now, as we get into it, you see this is one of many atrocities that happened to our people.
Yeah.
The Trail of Tears, where they made our Seminole Indian brothers and sisters, which is from the tribe of Reuben.
Right.
They made those brothers, man, hike from Florida all the way up into Oklahoma, Kansas City, what we know as the Midwest. South Dakota, different things like this. I'm talking about walk as they walked on horses, horseback. You understand? And you Negroes got the nerve. I feel like we got to mention it every show.
Got to.
Yes, sir.
You got the nerve to hate on the bishop.
Where the picture?
He said, get a picture.
Get the picture.
Got the nerve to hate on the bishop for riding a damn horse. And these Negroes, when I say Negroes, that's a derogatory term. When I'm talking about white folks.
Right. The original.
The original.
The original Negroes.
Now, and then you got Esau riding on damn horses and making our brothers and sisters walk. Imagine the children, the ones with like the scripture, like Christ said, woe unto them that give suck in those days.
Yep.
They couldn't make it through those brutal winters. We get real winters up here, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
The Midwest,
You know what I mean?
Yep.
My brothers from the South move up here, and they experience that cold weather.
And it just be the fall.
For the first time. It ain't even winter yet.
This
is
is
the fall.
Yep.
You experience that 2 below 0, 3 below 0, a wind chill of 10 below.
Yep.
It ain't nothing you could do but just go in the house.
Especially when you coming from southern Florida.
Right.
And you know what kills me, man? When we went to that South Dakota reservation, they were so proud of having that little piece of land. You get what I'm saying? She actually, the woman that we talked to, the sister that we talked to, she said, this ain't America. I'm like, what the hell is you talking about?
Damn.
This ain't America. This is our own land right here. That ain't your land. They allowed you to rent that. When you had the whole country, but you okay with just having a little piece of land in South Dakota, cold ass South Dakota, and they proud of that thing. That's crazy, man. They fit the same curses as us, man. They are the same people as us.
Bruh, the word Indian means slave, so it's telling you it's slave reservations.
Damn.
They can come back and take that whenever they want because they're looking at you as a slave, which is why they're continuing to do it.
Right. And they do it. What they had at Dakota pipeline. When they was building that pipeline through the land that they gave to them, rented to them. You know, they signed a treaty which they didn't broke 1,000 of them. You get what I'm saying? They didn't broke every last treaty, and now you're gonna make a pipeline through it. You don't own nothing here. You don't own a damn thing. You are the Israelites. The curses fit you too. You Negroes just like us, and we gonna show y'all that today. Y'all gonna learn today.
Yeah. Hey, so play on that video. Keep playing on.
5 civilized tribes refers to the major Native American nations that originally lived in America's Deep South. These were the Cherokee, Chickasaw, Choctaw, Muskegee Creek, and Seminole tribes. In the early days of European colonization, tensions between the Europeans and the merciless Indians, as they were called, were high. The Native Americans understandably fought hard to keep their land, which the invaders didn't particularly like, as they felt they were entitled to it. Later, President George Washington...
Yeah, and that's what we're going into right there. We're showing you that this white man, we can tell who the white man is by what the Bible tells us, man. Let me get that in Obadiah. Obadiah, what is it? He took all until he can take no more.
Yep.
The Bible tells us who everyone is, man. This man, you can't deny that this is Esau of the Bible. Read what you got. Read that.
Obadiah, verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Will they not have stolen till they had enough?
Go to verse 1. Show who we talking about.
Obadiah, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom.
Concerning Edom. Edom is the white man today, the red man today. Now we're going to show you the characteristics of this man. Read, go to verse 5.
Verse 5. If thieves came to thee, if robbers by night.
So we know Esau is a damn thief. Everywhere he go, he rape, rob, and pillage every damn thing. Keep reading.
How art thou cut off? Will they not have stolen till they had enough?
Will they not have stolen till they had enough? This man can't have enough. You get what I'm saying? Right. This man gave them certain lands, made certain treaties, but they had to break them damn things too.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
If you in the video, it said we think we should have more. If you play that back, he said we think we should have just a little bit more.
Right.
You get, and they took 90% of the land already. Yep. Is that it on that?
This? But you know why?
Yes, why is that?
Because we're gonna get into it in this book. Because in their minds, God told them to do it.
Yeah. That's right. They only doing what they was put here to do.
Remember, they called it manifest destiny.
Right, right.
That's what they called it.
Right, right.
Yeah, let's jump.
Just finish it on out.
If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes?
Would they not leave a grape? A grape or two? Yeah. This man can't leave nothing.
You can't even leave a grape seed so I can go and grow some more grapes.
Right. You can't leave nothing for it. You get what I'm saying?
Come on,
this man is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of. But yeah, this is Esau, man. This is how we know who they are in this book.
And that's good that you pulled that out because our Native American brothers, they need to hear that.
Yes. Right.
They need to hear that and they need to understand that because they got Caesar Bow on the mind.
That's right.
On the mental.
Yep.
Yes. So faith cometh by hearing. So as they hear these prophecies in the scriptures, that mindset was put into Esau.
Yes.
To go over there and take and colonize and don't stop until I tell you to stop.
That's right.
Go to that book right there. That the officer put in there. What was it?
It's called The White Man's Agenda.
The White Man's Agenda. Go to that book right
The White Male Agenda, yep.
It's towards the top.
Because you think about it, but a lot of our Northern Kingdom think they are white.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Like that last week when we pulled he was saying he was Catholic. You know, they in that Catholicism too.
Mm-hmm.
You got it?
You found it?
I just tagged it. I just tagged it at the bottom for you. So all you gotta do is hit the tag and go right up to it. Made it easy for you, bro. But like I said, officer, that's good that you brought that up, man, because, you know, our people, they need to hear that, bro.
That's
they
right.
need to hear that because we have to give me that casting down imaginations.
2 Corinthians.
2 Corinthians. Why they pulling this up?
2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 3.
Y'all be patient with us, man. We got the new guy on the ones and twos back there. He's looking at the screen like, looking right at the book.
Come on, man.
It's all right, bro. We gonna be patient, bro. We gonna be patient. Go ahead, read that.
2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
The weapons of this warfare that we in right now, it's not carnal. It's not a physical thing. Go ahead.
But mighty through God.
But it's mighty through God. Go ahead. Watch this.
To the pulling down of strongholds.
That's why it's mighty through God. We consuming the lies that Esau has put in this world. Right. We pulling down these strongholds. One of the biggest strongholds is that damn Caesar Borgia painting.
Yeah.
I forgot what the painting, what the name of that painting was called.
Yeah.
The one that's all over.
Yeah.
The Christ the Redeemer.
The Redeemer.
No,
is that what it
is? That the Redeemer? Yeah, I forgot the name of it too.
Y'all know which one I'm talking
Caesar
about.
Bow.
It's
old Caesar Bow.
Recorder, you don't know which one I'm talking about back there?
Yeah. It's the image of
he the historian.
The image of that beast. Of the beast.
It's all good. Read on.
Casting down imagination.
And we supposed to do what?
Casting down imaginations.
We're supposed to cast down imaginations. One of the imaginations in the modern day Hispanic and Native brothers' mind and sisters' mind is that Esau is their God and has taken care of them,
right? And
has brought them out of the backwoods of being a barbarian,
right,
and civilized them.
It said it in that video.
Yes,
they thought that they were human. They accepted that they were human. But they had to civilize them.
The head of Christ. That's it right there. The head of Christ. Give that to them right quick. Give that to them. This is what's in their mind. That's why you got to bring this stuff out, man. Look at the bottom.
And where's that picture when they was hanging them? When they was hanging them, so-called.
Nah, we can't do too much, bro. Okay. We got the new guy back there, man. He already.
He lost right now. He lost in the sauce.
They was
His
hanging
hair
them
is falling out. I'm seeing
hit
it.
Hit images.
Hanging them and burn them at the stake, man. To make
right there on the left side. Yeah, yes, sir. Put that on the screen for me. That's the image that they got in their mind right there. That's the image that they have in their mind, that this is the Savior. So we have to bring these things out to show them. We pulling down imaginations. We casting them down. We consuming them by the word of God. and it's very mighty what we doing.
Yeah.
It's very mighty. It's not a carnal thing. It's not a light thing. We ain't punks. You know what I'm saying? We not cowards. None of that. But we are abiding by what God wants at the end of these days, which is to use his spirit to consume this world, consume these lies.
Yep.
You understand?
That's the real gangster. That's the real C-Bo.
This the real gangster right
That's
here.
C-Bo. That real
This
C-Bo.
the real C-Bo.
That's the real the original C-Bo.
Original.
You know what's crazy, Cap? How can the most uncivilized people,
Yeah.
the most uncivilized people in history, say they gonna come and civilize somebody?
They was eating lice out
They
there.
was eating lice.
Their
What's the
jaws
book?
was disintegrating off of them.
Right.
Hey.
You get what I'm saying?
Can we get that? Joe, you know what I'm talking about, the Joe?
Bring it out. These are the original cavemen.
Yeah,
you
the
get what I'm
caveman.
saying?
Remember that the cave Captain Caveman?
I don't remember that.
That's my old thing. they would take the cave bat and beat the woman over the head and drag her and rape her and stuff like that. Man, they own people, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how they
The
treat
most
them.
uncivilized, bro.
Hold on.
Everything that they have.
That's his story.
But yeah, they what the Bible say? Let's read that, Joe.
Read that.
Job chapter 30 and verse 1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock.
He said these people can't even sit with the dogs of my flock. They can't even. That's how you know you pitiful. You can't even sit with my dogs. Go ahead.
Yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, and whom old age was perished? For want and famine they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness.
It said these people fled into the wilderness, your original cave dwellers. Go ahead.
In former time, desolate and waste, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men.
They was driven forth from among men. Go ahead.
They cried after them as after a thief, to dwell in the cliffs of the valleys.
It said they dwell in the cliffs of the valleys. Go ahead.
In caves of the earth.
In caves of the earth. Your original cavemen. Esau, read.
And in the rocks. Among the bushes they brayed. Under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools.
The Bible says Esau was children of fools. Go ahead.
Yea, children of base men.
That's the point right there. Base men. So how the bases of men gonna civilize us?
Right.
Read the next line.
That's some cold niggertry going on.
That's how you know the Lord do it.
Powerful niggertry.
Some powerful niggertry.
Hey, and speaking on that point, it's just like how they have turned these things around. When you get into an elevator now, these people are the number one thief.
Right.
Yes.
But you get into an elevator and they clutch.
They clutch.
You understand? So that's why now when I get into an elevator, I get nervous. I act openly. Come here, baby. I pull my kids. Get close.
I got my wallet.
Got my wallet. I gotta make sure I got everything. This is some powerful niggertry going on to make them feel when I step in the elevator. Now you uncomfortable. Now you clutching your purse. I hold my wallet and everything.
They still feel like the thug.
I'm telling you, bro, because you a thug. I make you feel like a thug.
How the hell we?
No, hey, hold on. The elevator open. I see 2 or 3. Nah, baby, we gonna catch you.
And they look at you like, what?
Why
Why
you
don't
sure
want to
there's room?
Hey,
You guys go ahead right ahead.
COVID. We did that on that trip. We did that on that trip, bro. They was looking at us like,
Hell nah. That's how you got to make them feel.
That's
some damn
Harrell,
thugs,
hey,
man.
Captain
witchcraft.
Harrell make my teeth white
bro,
when
I'm telling
he
you,
do
bro.
stuff like that. We go places, man. He just
You got it, man. You got to make the best of this captivity. Man. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Call them red every now and then, man.
What's up, Red?
Hey, what's up, Red?
But nah, go ahead, man. Where
Well, I'm
we
about to
at,
say
bro?
that is from witchcraft. How they just
They turned
they known for stealing land,
Yeah.
stealing people. They stole everything, and they make it seem like we're the criminals.
Right.
What Hillary Clinton call us,
Predators.
super predators.
Bro, how they cross the street when they walk in and they stole us?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It goes back into what Kat was bringing out earlier. It's what they portray on TV. You get what I'm saying? They always portray us as the bad guys. That's a setup, bro. Money Mitches. But look at their television. They got a show called The Vikings.
Right.
The Vikings was one of the most. All they did was rape, rob, and pillage everything.
Yeah.
But and on that show they rape, rob, and pillage. But they were looked up as heroes in that show. It's crazy how they can just flip it with their popular persuasion.
Yeah. Read that verse 9.
Children of basemen, they were viler than the earth.
They was viler than the earth. This is written thousands of years.
Yes.
This is not nothing that we making up. All right, let's go to the book right quick.
The white male agenda.
Go inside.
At the beginning of the 1830s, nearly 125,000 Native Americans lived on millions of acres of land in Georgia.
Damn, hold on. The officer just brought out something heavy. So this has been in their spirit. Go back to that Job right quick. Go back to that Job.
Verse 8.
Read verse 9 again.
Yes, sir.
Watch this.
Job chapter 30 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
And now, am I their song? Yea.
No, where was you at?
Verse 8.
Verse 10.
Verse 10. They abhor me. They flee far from me.
He said, hold on. He said, now, the flip side. Because remember, you read verse 8, right?
Yeah.
Verse 8 said what? What did it say?
They were children of fools.
They was children of fools.
Children of base men.
Children of base men.
They were viler than the earth.
They was violent in the earth, so we had to chase them to the mountains.
Yeah.
Now read verse 10.
Verse 10. They abhor me.
Now, and all of a sudden, they hate us. So this has been in their spirit this whole time. Now they hate us. Go ahead.
They flee far from me.
Now they fleeing from us.
Right.
The vile men of the earth, the base children of the earth, are fleeing from us.
Now they clutching their purse.
Now they clutching their damn
Lock
purse.
their doors when you come to the
They
car.
stole our purse and now clutching it
Yeah, now they
when we
clutching
come around.
Damn.
It's a, I
The
tell
most
you, man.
uncivilized. That's crazy,
Bro, you can't make this up,
no way.
man.
That's how you know they the damn
This
devil.
Bible, bro,
Right.
is undefeated. It is undefeated, bro. If you don't believe this Bible in the
that's
last
right, bro.
in these last days, as this book comes alive every day, we got shows all day, every day, classes all day, every day.
To this day.
Listen, bro, this should build your faith up.
That's right.
Overload.
That's right.
Go back to that book, man. That's some heavy stuff right there, man. Go ahead.
And the point of this book too, because it's a lot of black people who believe that Native Americans willfully enslave black people.
Yes, that's the narrative.
So this is the narrative that we're debunking right here. So let's go ahead.
The white male agenda, stolen land and broken promises. At the beginning of the 1830s, nearly 120,000 Native Americans lived on millions of acres of land in Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, North Carolina, and Florida land. Their ancestors had occupied and cultivated for generations.
Generations, they was here first. Go ahead.
By the end of the decade, very few natives remained anywhere in the southeastern United States, working on behalf of white settlers.
Working on behalf of white settlers. Go ahead.
Who wanted to grow cotton on the Indians' land. The federal government forced them to leave their homelands and walk hundreds of miles to a specially designated Indian territory.
So they did all of that. They kicked them out, made them walk all them miles just to grow some damn cotton. Just to grow some cotton. Go ahead.
Across the Mississippi River. This difficult and deadly journey is known as the Trail of Tears. White Americans, particularly those who lived on the western frontier, often feared and resented the Native Americans they encountered. To them, American Indians seemed to be an unfamiliar alien people who occupy land that white settlers wanted and believed they deserved. Google Manifest Destiny.
So let's Google it.
Yeah, let's Google it.
Let's Google that thing.
Bring
Google.
it out.
What the hell is Manifest Destiny?
Gonna learn today.
We're going to learn today. Let's read this.
Manifest Destiny, the 19th century doctrine or belief that the expansion of the U.S. throughout the American continents was both justified and inevitable.
You see this thing?
Nah, it's another definition. Hey, go down. It's more.
That's a good one though.
It's one that's more.
That's a good one. Because they trying to justify them coming over here and colonizing this side of the world.
Right.
You understand?
What was it? Merriam-Webster you trying to get?
Yeah, go to
I know which one you looking for.
Yeah, because it tells.
Take it off the screen while you're looking for
that God. It has something to do. That God told them. Basically, they had the right to do what they doing.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
And the Bible tells us. Give me
Bible
Deuteronomy
does. There you
28.
go.
I'll help you out.
Bring it out.
Let's Google this. Deuteronomy 28, and let's read verse 49.
Bring it out.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 49.
Start at 47.
Verse 47. Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
This is the whole reason. Because why? The so-called natives, so-called African Americans, we didn't serve the Lord thy God with what?
With joyfulness and with gladness of heart.
Meaning we didn't want to keep the commandments that was given to us in joy. So now we reduce. You got to think about it. When we was brought into Jerusalem, we didn't have to plant.
Nope.
We didn't have to dig no wells.
Right.
We didn't have to do none of that. All we had to do was wake up, wake up and enjoy the fruits of milk and honey.
Yeah. Right.
No
That's
work.
it.
Go ahead, Zim. Wake up. No work today.
That's it. We was in heaven.
We was in heaven. Yep.
Now, and all of a sudden, as I'm talking to my officers yesterday, now we happy with 410s.
14.
Man.
Look, he's scratching
We
his
don't
head
have
over
as
there.
hell, man.
The brother said, man, boy, if they
Someone's got to
put 4 10s in there, bro, I'm going to be,
Man,
oh, man.
you know
that's
they got-
a
you get
good
3
look.
days off.
That's a
Look,
lick. I
you
get 3
days
days
off.
off.
I'm over. I say, you know they signed a new bill, right? We get 3 days off.
I'm
Four
like, bro,
tens.
that's still captivity. We got to wake up and
that
go
means
to work.
So that means 4 days you got to work harder.
Yeah,
than you would.
listen. We was happy. You understand. So that's what the Lord is saying. Because we don't want to serve the Lord with joyfulness and gladness of heart. Just keep the commandments. Jump down to verse 49.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
Think about it. He put this in a spirit from the beginning.
Yep.
Hey, once these Negroes and Hispanics and these natives, once they deem in their mind that they want to go against the commandments, it's time to activate.
Right.
I'm gonna send you from a land far. Read, come on.
From the end of the earth.
From the end of the earth. Go ahead.
As swift as the eagle flieth.
And it's not a coincidence that every symbol that Esau has adopted to himself throughout history is the what?
The eagle.
The damn eagle.
When the British came to America, they had the eagle.
Spain,
The Spaniards, the eagle.
Germany,
all of them.
eagle.
Rome,
The eagle.
they what is it with them and the damn eagle?
That's that pride.
The Lord is saying, I'll put this in your spirit.
It's in their spirit. Yep.
Thousands of years. Read, go ahead.
As swift as the eagle flieth.
Go ahead.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Go ahead.
A
Because
nation.
we didn't understand that. We didn't understand their tongue. So when you call us black Hebrew Israelites,
Right.
you disrespecting us.
Yeah.
Because Hebrew is a language that was stolen from us
Bring it up.
when our colonizers came over here and put us into captivity.
Right.
That's why our Hispanic brothers and sisters speak Spanish, because why? They was colonized by the Spaniards.
Right.
We speak English because we was colonized by the British.
Bring it up. Bring it up.
How do you not, in your mind, how does this not compute?
How you don't understand that this is not your heritage? Like the Spaniard, like the so-called Hispanics, right? Hispanics is a slave name that says you're a possession of a Spaniard.
Thank you.
How you take pride in that? And they came from Spain and conquered you, and you taking pride in that? That just don't compute.
Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. They supposed to be celebrating their liberation, their independence, their so-called independence. But you still keeping the indoctrination that the Spaniards gave you. They got Jesus Christos hanging from a cross, a white Christ hanging from a cross.
Right.
They still keeping all those customs that was forced on them in slavery.
So are you saying that Cinco de Mayo is the equivalent
Bring it
of
out.
Juneteenth?
Yes,
It's
sir.
the equivalent.
Yes, sir. That's right.
If we ain't the same people,
Damn.
we ain't the same people.
Hey, Cat, remember.
Powerful nigger
Cat, remember, I told you they had Cinco de Mayo at the Guadalupe Center.
Bring it
And
out.
when you look up Guadalupe, that was a treaty where America stole all that land. They took California, Arizona, New Mexico. They stole all that land from Mexico.
Ain't no way, boy.
We in captivity.
Celebrating in your enemy's land.
Yeah.
Independence in your enemy's land.
Right.
Bring it out.
Right. Hey, so go back to that, but we're gonna get this one next. But go back to the one that you had on there about the manifest destiny.
Yeah, we might have to just skip straight to the points.
Yeah, Cap, I actually found another article that talks about how Reuben had what they was doing with Judah in slavery and how they was treating them in slavery. It wasn't forced up on them.
We seen that. We're gonna pull that. Make sure we don't forget that.
Yeah, let's go straight to the points. Let's go to the next page.
Put that because you was looking for this definition right here. Was this the
Oh,
one
the
you looking
No,
for?
that's not it.
Nah, it's not the
Okay.
right
I
one.
posted
we'll
the
go
one
back.
that he was looking for.
It's in the channel.
Yeah, I posted it. The one you was looking for.
See it, Ira?
Hey, did you finish that in Deuteronomy 28?
No, sir.
Go ahead, finish that right quick.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
Yes, sir.
A nation of fierce countenance.
Fierce countenance. Go ahead.
Which shall not regard the person of the old.
They didn't give a damn about your damn chiefs, about your rulers.
Right.
To hell with Montezuma.
Bring it out.
Yeah. To hell with him. Go ahead.
Nor show favor to the young.
And remember that infamous picture of the young of the damn conquistador, the Jewish conquistador, sitting up there dashing the baby against the stone.
That's right.
That's why I say he's a fierce countenance.
Sick and wild dogs.
Sick and wild dogs putting what was they putting over the mother's belly? They was spreading something over the belly and making the dogs eat the belly.
They also would take rats. That's even what they was doing that to us. That's how you know we the same people. They would take rats and put them on our bellies and put a jar or pan on top of it because the only way the rat could get out, he would have to eat through your belly to get out.
That's a nation of fierce countenance. That takes something that's not in everybody.
Right.
Because everybody ain't got the stomach to sit there and watch a dog eat through a woman's womb.
Yeah. Man, I cringed. I ran over a cat on accident. I was like, ooh. I was cringing for 2 days off that.
Look at his face, bro. Not 2 days, bro. Damn. We ain't about forefathers.
Stop it.
That's why the Lord said, man, we need a new body, man. We need a new mind. This is why, hey, you know what? And this is why, I don't want to get off topic, but this is why he's given us this grace period. Because during this grace period, when you read John 14:26, he says he putting everything in remembrance. One of the things in remembrance is all the atrocities and the prophecies that had to come to fulfillment that happened to our people. So we can remember, hey, damn, how much evil did this man do to us? So when it's time to activate, it shouldn't be no damn hesitation.
No weak stomachs.
It shouldn't be no weak stomach.
So you telling me
it shouldn't be no cringing.
So you telling me there's some worser things they possibly could have done to us that we still don't know about?
Yes, it is. As we unfolding this. And think about it. The Lord said, I'm gonna repay them double. In my mind, I'm thinking,
oh my gosh.
How can you double up on that?
Double.
Double of what they did.
That's how the Lord said, man, your mind ain't even fathoming. Is that the word?
Fathoming.
You know what I'm talking
It's
about.
the scripture says.
Come on,
Your mind
man.
can't fathom.
Can't make it a word.
What I have in store for you. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Like, bro. But go ahead. Let's get back to the book.
That's why he also saying, Ezra, your mind has gone too far in this world.
Yeah.
You think you know the ways to please God?
Right.
Yeah.
What's this right here? Put that up.
Manifest destiny.
Yeah, let's put this up.
Manifest destiny.
Make sure it's on the screen. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Manifest destiny.
Yep.
A phrase coined in 1845.
While you Negroes was in slavery, while the so-called Hispanics was getting shipped on slave ships to Spain. We're going to pull that out next. Go ahead, read.
Is the idea that the United States is destined by God.
By God, which is true. Because understand this. The prophecy was, give me that in Jeremiah 23, I think it is. All these things had to be fulfilled. The Most High knew we was going to go off. He said that in Deuteronomy. Once you Negroes get in the land and y'all get fat and forget the Lord, I got something for you Negroes that you ain't never experienced. Watch this. Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 7.
Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 7. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord.
This is during Jeremiah's time. He's in the Babylonian captivity. He said the days are going to come, meaning prophesy. He's prophesying in the future. Read.
That they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel.
Because that was such a extraordinary event that happened that all our forefathers was talking about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They was talking about it. You got to think about it, man. Think about how wicked we was. We sit there. We seen the Red Sea parted. We seen animals, fishes. We walking on grass.
Chariots.
And we see the chariots. And then we get over into the wilderness. I'm talking about just coming out of Egypt. And we see all this. And the first thing we do is make... Let me get that gold up off. That's some cold. That's some heavy. Bishop Yawasab was talking about. I'm like, damn. You think about the evil that was going on over in Goshen, over in the land. we seen all this, and we get through that, and the first thing that hit our minds is a calf.
Right. Yeah.
Where's our God?
Bruh.
And Moses ain't up there, but damn 40 days.
Yeah,
That's
right.
It's a powerful niggerty going on.
You've been in Egypt for 400 years. You couldn't wait 40 days. You know what I mean?
But you got to think about it. Like I said, going into what the scripture is saying is that it's going to come a time where this is not even going to be talked about as far as that Passover.
Yes,
Watch
sir.
this. Read.
They shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Go ahead.
But the Lord liveth.
But you know how the black woman, you hit the streets. I like what y'all doing, man. Y'all good. Y'all powerful. And something in your spirit just know that a butt is coming. Whenever you start a sentence off, anything.
So much
Flattery come out, and then you hit it with butt. It's like the equivalent of hitting erase.
Erase everything you just said. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You literally erasing. I like what y'all doing. Y'all for the black community and all this.
Blackout.
But blackout. Go ahead. This is what the Lord is doing. This is how you know he's a black man. He's in our spirit.
And this how,
he said, I'm about to erase Egypt.
Yeah.
But
go ahead. She like, I still want to go twerk. I can't twerk on Saturday. That's what they was doing when they was building that golden calf, when they was worshiping. They was twerking.
That's what they was doing.
They was twerking.
Yes, go ahead.
But
go ahead.
The Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country.
That's manifest destiny. The North Country is talking about North America. These things had to happen. He had to send the so-called white man, which is Esau. I'm trying to just use his biblical name. Edomite. He had to use the Edomite to come over here and take over this land so we could be delivered out of this land.
Right.
It could be another marvelous delivery. You understand? Because it has to top when we came out of Egypt.
Right,
it got to top that.
Got to.
In order for that to be erased out of our minds.
Yeah.
So that is manifest destiny. That was in their spirit from the beginning.
And Cap, our people need to realize that this is our salvation. It's nearer than it's ever been before
Go ahead.
because, even in the Christian church, even with the so-called Black Lives Matter movement, our people are crying out for help. We're crying out to the Lord like we were in Egypt. We're crying out for help. But they don't understand that the help has come. The prophets are back on
With
the
the
earth
Bible.
With the Bible. This is ain't nothing new under the sun.
Yeah,
like
with
you
the
said,
Bible.
they say but you know
can't
what I mean?
say but so many times.
So many times. You know what I'm
I
saying?
feel you, officer, man.
Don't butt yourself out of salvation.
All right, let's go back to that. Give me that next one right quick. The slave ships. So this is manifest destiny. When they came over here and colonized this side of the land, these are some of the things they did to the so-called Hispanics and Native American brothers and sisters.
Yes, sir. Right.
Who are Issachar, who are Reuben. You understand? Let's go. Let's read that. Let's go and dive into this.
500 nations. An illustrated history of North American Indians.
Oh, Justin, we got a call? All right, let's see if it works. Let's see if what Justin got to say. Did you vet the call before?
No, he just. They just
let
let him through.
Now, Justin, you get on here saying something crazy. I'm quick to cut water off now. I'm like Esau. I'll cut your water off quick.
Quick.
Now, let's see. Quick.
Unmute him and drag him to the right.
All right, so we do got the Zoom set up, so zoom in if you can.
Oh, yeah. Hey, while we waiting, make sure y'all subscribe to IUIC Kansas City on all platforms.
That's right.
We good?
Unmute him. You have to unmute him on your side.
It's muted. Can we see him? All right, don't worry about it. Well, we don't have the Zoom set up. Don't worry about it. All right, let's go back to the book. But. Skip.
I forgot about Skip.
Go ahead, read that.
On the way home, Columbus prepared a letter to the Spanish monarchs, conveying the news of a new world of gold and a docile island natives.
Remember what we brought out last week about the banners that they brought over here.
Yeah.
They was beckoning them in, and when they came, they said, "Hey, this is the what was it? The island of banners." I forgot how you say it in Spanish,
Right.
but basically it was the island of banners. As they was beckoning them in, this is why Columbus is calling them docile. Go ahead.
And of docile island natives.
Go ahead.
Some 2 some 24 of whom he had captured.
Damn.
And was taking back to show off in Spain.
He said he captured them and was taking them back. When you read this to the Negroes, what does that sound like? That's captivity.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
slavery.
Slavery.
Same thing.
On the ship.
On the damn ship.
On the damn ship.
Go ahead. It's going to get clear.
They are fit to be ordered about and made to work.
Damn. Go ahead.
To sow and do aught else that may be needed. He noted in his letter, adding darkly, that among the sources of wealth that he could ship from the new lands for the profit of the sovereigns were Indian slaves.
So he said, listen, not only did I find gold, silver, resources, I got this other little thing. These docile, these little bitty Mexicans. Hey, that ain't no
Damn.
joke, bro.
Little
I'm
bitty.
just telling you, man. They might have been tall as statues.
It's some tall.
They might have been tall as statues.
At that time, I suppose they were.
I suppose they were.
Yeah, I suppose they were.
Damn. But he said, listen, I done found some natives. I done found some docile natives.
Some silly doves over there.
Damn, don't say that.
Don't say that.
You put spirits on brothers, man.
I know.
Go ahead.
Brother, hit the television right now.
Brother done logged off. Threw the kid on television, man. I'm saying, Ash, you stay in the spirit, man. Go ahead. You know.
From the new lands for the profit of the sovereign were Indian slaves, as many as they shall order. As many as they shall order. For a while, the court hesitated to approve the enslavement of Indians.
BS, go ahead.
But that did not stop Columbus, who, on his return to the islands, soon began shipping Indians in chains.
So it said the court, they hesitated. But that hesitation didn't mean that they wouldn't accept.
Right.
You get it, don't get it twisted. You understand? Because he was still sending them, the Indians, over to Spain. Go ahead.
Soon began shipping Indians in chains to the slave markets of Cadiz and Civil.
Go ahead.
In 1503, Queen Isabella finally granted permission to capture idolatrous.
So that lets you know what they was leaning towards. As they accepting these slaves, they're like, okay, maybe Columbus is on to something.
Right.
Ain't no way.
Maybe this is what heaven is really talking about when I don't have to get up and do a damn thing.
Right. Out of bed.
Hop out of bed, no work today. This is how they was looking at us. Go ahead.
Isabella finally granted permission to capture idolatrous and cannibalistic Indians, paying us the share that belongs to us, and to sell them and utilize their services.
And sell them and utilize their services. So what did they become? Slaves.
Yep.
You understand? Deuteronomy 28:68.
Bring it out. Bring it out.
They fit the curses, brothers and sisters. They fit the curses.
And that shows you how destroyed they were, because you see, me personally, if I see some ships that I don't identify with, I'm not about to be waving these people in.
Right.
And that's why he knew that they was docile, because, bro, ain't nobody in their right mind just going to start inviting random people into your home. You don't even know.
Come on, man.
Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
This is talking about all the 12 tribes. All the 12 tribes was there when Moses was speaking that when we was in the wilderness.
Right.
He said the Lord was going to take us back into Egypt, meaning slavery, this time on cargo slave ships.
Right.
Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Speaking about the Egyptians, read.
And there you shall be
And
sold.
there, Spain. What was the two slave markets?
Was it Portugal?
Portugal was one, but Cadiz and Seville. Those were slave markets. And there, wherever you went, go ahead.
I'm sorry. And there thou shalt be sold unto your enemies for bondmen.
For bondmen.
And bondwomen.
Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
Hey, you know what's so heavy about that? When it says, and no man shall buy you. Give me Hosea right quick. I'm going to show you something. It says, when it says no man shall buy you, meaning no man is going to have the ability to redeem you. To redeem you out of the Lord's hands, because this is manifest destiny right here. You understand? Give me this in what I want. Hosea. Let me get it. Hosea 5 and 14.
The book of Hosea, chapter 5 and verse 14. For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion.
He said, listen. The Lord said, I'm going to be unto Ephraim, meaning northern kingdom, as a bold lion. When you got a lion standing in front of you and it's protecting its cub, can you get to the cub?
Not at all.
No.
Hell no. So if the lion is standing in front of Ephraim, he said, I'm going to be as a bold lion to Ephraim. There's nobody that's going to be able to get save or redeem Ephraim out of his hands.
Bring it out.
Read it.
Damn. For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion.
As a lion, read.
And as a young lion to the house of Judah.
And as a strong lion to you niggas.
Damn.
To you niggas, because I know y'all some strong. There's a reason why you had to make a distinction between the two. Because it's some powerful niggatry going on between the blacks, man. He said a strong lion. Go ahead.
I, even I, will tear and go away.
Go ahead.
I will take away, and none shall rescue him.
He said, I'm going to take away, and none is going to have the ability to rescue. Right. So when he gives you that, when Moses gives you that and said, no man is able to redeem you, that's because the God of the Bible is making this happen. Right. And anybody that tries to come redeem the so-called natives, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, you got to go through God. And he's as a damn lion rejoicing over our destruction.
Right.
That's Bible. They say they want Bible. That's Bible.
Give me Bible.
Give me Bible.
Amazing.
Are you ready though?
We want to hear what Justin got to say.
Can I get one preset while we wait on that?
Let's get the Zoom. Let's see if the Zoom working. I got you.
Okay, yes, sir.
I'm gonna give you one more shot, man.
He's right there.
He's right there. I see him.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you go.
What's going on, Justin? What's going on, brother? Can you hear me?
Hey, Shalom, Most High in Christ bless.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Can you hear me?
All praises. Yes, sir, man. Most High in Christ bless, man. What camp you out
All
of,
right.
Justin? What school you out of?
New York.
IUIC New York?
I've been fellowshipping since last year, September last year.
All praises, bro. All praises, man. All praises. Good to meet you.
I just had a quick question because I'm from the old school. I was in 1 West 93 to 06. But I've come back because this is the only place to come back to. Are you
congregating with New York, right? IUIC New York right now?
Yes, sir. Due to my work schedule, I only make it like once or twice a month, but I have been coming since September of last year.
Okay, all praises. Go ahead. What's your question, bro?
Apologize for backtracking. I was trying to get in for a while, trying to figure out.
You good.
I just had a quick question about the Vikings. I'm just going off of what I was taught in the old school about the Vikings, Ostrogoth, Visigoth, Hundal, Vandals, and Huns, and all of that. We were taught that they were black.
Mm-hmm. So you had a question on that?
Yeah, I want to know. Are they black or was some of them Edomites?
Some of them was our people. Elder Athan had a class on that. He brought out all that information, just showing you that yes, some of the Vikings was our people. All right, we had to get the class, and put it in the description for you. All right, but that's a lot of history. That's a lot of history. You got to sit down, read multiple books. And we wouldn't even have time to break that down. You understand?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But yes,
to
answer your question, yes.
Okay, yeah. I looked up Viking real quick, and only one video came up with Elder Ithon, so I'm going to look at that later.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's it. All praise to the Most High. I remember he brought that out a couple years ago. You understand? So all praise to the Most High. So, all right, bro. Appreciate you calling in. Lord's will, we answer the question. Watch that class, man. All praises, bro.
Absolutely. Most High in Christ bless.
Most High in Christ bless. All right. We back? All right, all praises. All right, so let's read that. Where was we at? Hosea? Mm-hmm. Okay, let's read that. All praises, man.
Hosea chapter 5 and verse 14.
Go ahead.
For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion.
Right. And what he was asking about the Vikings, that was during the Middle Ages. Mm-hmm. That was during the Middle Ages. You understand? We took on different names, just like they took on things like the Vikings. Mm-hmm. You have blacks that take on names like the Moors. Yeah. Right. You understand? That's what he's going into. Mm-hmm. All right.
Knights and round trees.
What else was it? Anglo-Saxons. Anglo-Saxons.
Yeah.
Those were all our people.
I think the class might have been titled something Solarians.
Some Solarians? Yeah, I forgot the name of the class, but if we find it, just put it in the description. But all praise to the Most High. All right, let's go.
For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion,
Go ahead.
and as a young lion to the house of Judah.
Go ahead.
I, even I, will tear and go away.
Yep.
I will take away, and none shall rescue him.
None shall rescue you. Because why? The Lord has manifested this thing to happen. Because why? Jeremiah 23 has to be fulfilled. Remember when Christ hit the earth, he said all got to be fulfilled. There's nothing in this Bible, no prophecies is going to fall until all has to be fulfilled. You understand? Period. All right? Let's go back to that book right quick. Y'all got something?
Yeah, let me get Isaiah 22:17. It's dealing with the slave ships and captivity in general.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 22 and verse 17. Behold, the Lord will carry thee away with a mighty captivity.
So it said the Lord was going to carry us away with a mighty captivity. So think about the captivity that Judah, Benjamin, and Levi went. And that was a mighty captivity. Even the captivity that the so-called natives and the so-called Mexicans, the other 10 tribes, what they went through, that was a mighty captivity. Just like you talked about how they had the dogs eating the infants. That was a mighty captivity. Nobody went through the curses that we went through. Go ahead.
And will surely cover thee.
And will surely cover thee. Go ahead.
He will surely, violently, turn and toss thee like a ball into a large country.
Who got tossed into a large country violently? That was only blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That did not happen to no other race of people, but only to the 12 tribes of Israel. So Native Americans, hey, y'all are from the tribe of Gad. Y'all are the Israelites according to the Bible.
That's right. That's huge, officer, because, like, you know, you got a lot of people out there, especially those apologetics, they try to belittle us and say that we don't know what we're talking about when it comes to the scriptures. We don't know about, like, the 12 tribes chart is false and all these different things. It's showing that the Bible is speaking the same things that we are teaching. It is speaking to the so-called Native Americans, the so-called Mexicans and things like that. You don't think that as huge, like the scripture was just saying, as violently as captivity was for us, as huge as it was for us, like literally, we were the first stock market. They scattered us all over the world, all over the four corners of the earth, and everybody got rich off the blood of the what? The saints, right?
Bring it out.
You don't think the prophets prophesied about that? As huge as slavery was, this is a big chunk of everybody on this earth's life. We are a big chunk. So, man, I don't see how they, you know,
Bro,
how our people don't understand that what we're preaching is the truth. This is the truth.
Bro. Hold on, I'm looking for. Go ahead. I'm about to send you this article because I want to back you up, officer. What you just said. All right.
You talked about Deuteronomy 28. It said the eagle,
Yeah.
slave ships.
Yeah.
No other race of
No
people
other race
fits
of people
those
fits
curses,
the
bro.
Watch this. Hey, I just put that in there. Put that on the screen right quick. I'm gonna show you this. Maybe because maybe we just Negroes.
We don't know.
You know, sometimes when a Negro tell you something, you got a tendency to kind of be reserved. Like, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
That ain't credible, man.
That ain't credible.
That's cap.
That ain't candy.
That's cap. I smell cap.
I smell cap. So let's put. Let's see. Okay, let's go to the highest quote unquote of authority in the Catholic Church, and let's see what he got to say.
The white man.
Let's see what Edomite got to say.
The highest ranking white man.
Yeah, let's go. Read this right quick.
The Pope apologizes to Africans for slavery.
Let's go down. Read that. Right here. Pope
John Paul II today apologized.
Hold on, stop. Go up. When was this article published?
August 14th, 1985.
Go back down.
Damn.
Let's read that again.
Pope John
This
Paul.
is the New York Times. Go ahead.
Pope John Paul II today apologized to Black Africa for the involvement of white Christians in the slave trade.
Uh-oh.
What did he say?
What did he say?
That's a cold
That's a cold sound. Say that again, bro. You know, I see you.
What did he say?
Yeah. So he apologized in 1985.
1985.
You understand? How long ago was that?
This one cracked.
It's about 37 years.
ago.
You know,
Almost 30 years.
You know why nobody was rated this article?
38.
They was high.
They was high as hell.
You're right. Watch this. Read that.
The Pope's remarks came in an address to Cameroon intellectuals and their task in society, and on the importance of integrating the Christian message with African culture.
Come on, y'all. Come on. Don't let me jump in here. Don't let me jump in here now. I don't want to have to jump in here.
How do you
That's your
integrate
Christianity.
Christian message with African culture?
Ain't no way.
It was Christianity was forced on us.
Yeah, right. So now when they give us that documentary about Christianity being in Africa, that's a slap in the face.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was the king. He was the king of Congo. I can't pronounce his original name, but when the Christians came and they went to the Congo, he changed his name to Alfonso. Wow. Showing you like Christianity takes your culture, takes your name, take everything away from you.
Exactly. What was his name, bro?
Alfonso.
He changed his name to Alfonso.
Damn.
Yep, converted to Christianity.
I know a lot of
This is some heavy stuff right here, bro. Here you are in Cameroon.
Yep.
And that's what the Bible said about smooth words.
Yeah. Smooth words. Yeah.
So let me apologize. We want to apologize for slavery because it's important for us to integrate this Christian message into your culture.
Yeah.
After
we didn't raped you and enslaved your people.
We stole all your natural resources.
Come on, man.
Officer, can we bring
and we just I got you, officer. And we bringing this out because we going through the same things, the same parallels. We ain't forgot about the line. It's just the spirit is hitting us right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead, read.
John Paul said, the task of Christians involved healing and compassion.
Wow. Go ahead.
Because the man who is in need on the side of the road is their brother, their neighbor.
You created the need.
That's Christianity, bro.
Say it again. Say it again. They what?
They created the need.
They created the need. Yeah. They created the need by taking all the natural resources, taking all the economics from Africa.
Right, yeah.
Now they're forced to need you.
Right. That's what they was just saying on this little fight they got over there in Africa now, that they got, what is that? Is it some type of resource? What is it, rice or something like that? Whatever they got.
Rubber?
They have, it was something, I forget, I'm sorry. But they got to ship it. It's coming from Africa, right?
Oh, you talking about the coffee bean. They ship it somewhere else.
Nah, bro, hold on. Pause, man. Come on. Do your research. And then say it.
Then say it. Because it was on the
Damn. Let's get back to see. This is why we got to go to the white man now. Damn. That's the reason. Do your research. Damn. Go ahead, man.
He continued. In the course of history, men belonging to Christian nations did not always do this.
Yes, go ahead.
And we ask pardon from our
So why the hell are you apologizing?
Right.
If men belonging to the Christian nation didn't always do it, why are you apologizing? Go ahead.
We ask pardon from our African brothers who suffer so much because of the trade in blacks.
The trade in blacks. So you can drop that. Also, did you have a scripture? Did you
want
to bring up?
Because you was just talking about the smooth words. This go right with Gag. This go right with the so-called Native Americans. Get Psalms 55 and 21, man.
Psalms chapter 55 and verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
Start with verse 20, please.
Verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him.
So when he was saying that they were docile, what they were peaceable people.
Yeah.
They were docile. They were gullible because they seen people come into the land. They probably thought, oh, somebody's either lost or let's show them our culture. Let's show them what we've been doing here. Maybe we can make some allies, some friends. You know, because they didn't have that technology. They didn't have ships and things like that. So it looked weird to them. So
we did have ships, brother.
Okay.
We had ships.
Oh, well, I'm talking about the Native Americans. Oh, yeah, they did.
We had ships too. Yeah.
Go ahead.
But anyway, bring it out. Bring it out.
He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
So he broken the covenant, the peace treaties that you was talking about. And the words of his mouth was smoother than butter because they came over here with trinkets and blankets, and them blankets had smallpox on them. You know what I mean? Read.
But war was in his heart.
War was in his heart. He already had in his mindset that he was coming to conquer you.
Yep. They always sizing us up. That's all they was doing was sizing us up the whole time.
The whole time.
Yep.
Hey, so go to that next video that the officer put up there. The Seminole Indians mixing with Judah. Because remember, and we really should have played this one first, now that I think about it. But let's play it.
Go to 6 minutes and end at 7:03.
Plug us in.
All right. You know what time it is.
All right.
Yeah. Follow IUIC Kansas City on all platforms. All right, help us get to 8K. Help us get to 8K for more content like this coming out on the daily.
Go ahead.
That's right.
You got it? Let's go with this.
Tools, cloth, and most importantly, muskets.
Did you
A
start
weapon
at
that
6 minutes?
quickly...
All right, go back a little bit before. Go ahead, let me see.
Seminolese were very eager to do business with European merchants. From British, Spanish, and French traders, they acquired iron tools, cloth, and most importantly, muskets, a weapon that quickly replaced bows and spears. Eventually, they also began ranching European cattle and farming European crops. However, Europeans were not the only source of cultural influence on the Seminoles. The Seminole lands were a haven for black freedom, in a continent otherwise insistent on keeping African peoples under the master's whip. Slaves that escaped into Seminole lands were accepted by the local chiefs, who allowed them to form their own autonomous villages, amass wealth in livestock and crops, and bear arms to protect themselves. In exchange, these freedmen would pay an annual tribute to the Seminole chieftains and fight alongside them in war. This resulted in a fascinating and vibrant Afro-Seminole people who dressed and ate much like the native Seminoles did, but whose culture was a dynamic blending of African, Native American, and syncretic Christian traditions. Now that we have painted a...
So you see that where when we was, because we were still in slavery as African Americans, God forgive me, as Africans. You understand? We still in slavery. And us rebelling, trying to escape out of slavery, out of being oppressed,
right,
raped, robbed, and everything. Where do we go? Where do we flee? We sat there and fled to our brothers.
That's right.
You understand?
Florida,
Hey, I just cue me that one up. Give me that. And like you said, once we got amongst the Seminole Indians, what was we helping them do? We was helping them in war, fight, language, the language barrier. You understand? Communicating, because they used the conquistadors was using the so-called Africans that they was bringing over us to communicate with the North American. Because why? We spoke a form of the same language, of the Hebraic language.
And that this is how we know who Reuben is today. The Seminole Indians, because their prophecy goes into that. Them the excellently of their dignity.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got time to get that.
Go ahead and get it.
Go ahead and get that. Genesis 49.
Genesis chapter 49 and
Man,
verse.
hold on, man. Let me get.
Come on, man.
Go ahead.
Genesis chapter 49 and verse 3. Reuben, thou art my firstborn, my might, and the beginning of my strength.
So it says Reuben is his firstborn, his might. Why is his might? Because he was strong at war. He was good with the bow, things of that sort. But this is the part I wanted. Keep reading.
The excellency of dignity and the excellency of power.
So it says the excellency of man, my tongue, bro. The excellency. Yeah, that's St. Louis tongue.
It ain't that, man.
Read it for me, man.
Listen, bro. We read. This is why you brothers got it. We got to stay in the scriptures. We read earlier in Deuteronomy 28:49. It's a tongue you don't understand. I can't get wet. We just learning to speak the language. 200 years. This is a whole second language.
That's why the Lord said with a stammering.
It ain't even a real language. It's just put together.
He don't roll off the tongue right.
It's a mashup.
He said a stammering lip.
It's a stammering lip.
Excellency.
Is that how I say it? That's right. That's the prophecy. And then you got to think about it. He said, on top of that, I'm going to get the fools to compound the wise.
That's right.
That's right. Bring it out.
That's right. Just stay in the Bible.
We can't even say Versace.
Stay in the Bible, bro. Just stay in the scripts. Go ahead, dog.
Read it again, bro. Read it again.
The beginning of my strength. The excellency of dignity.
The excellence.
Man, excellency. I tried to help you. Listen, hold on. I tried to help you. You fell in the same trap. You fall in the same pit.
See, you should have been practicing.
What's another word I can use?
Hey, you know, remember we was in school? Yeah. And we reading the book?
Yeah.
And you go to your paragraph, you count how many people in front of you. Yeah. 6 people. Let me go to the 6th paragraph.
Yes,
My
sir.
paragraph you be mad as hell when somebody read the next other paragraph.
Because you just practiced.
Read this paragraph and looked up how to pronounce this damn word, and you want to do some extras. Man, well, I tell you, man, that's one of the curses on us, bro. We the people, man.
But
go ahead.
Like I said, Ruben had dignity. I'm just gonna say dignity. That's it. Ruben had dignity. Yeah. Just like Ruben, with his 12 brothers, he's the only one that had compassion for Joseph. Yeah. The same way it comes in that. He had compassion for us when we was running away from the slave masters. Yes, so that's how we know who Ruben is today.
Yes, sir.
Let's
get that book.
I know you want to bring this book out.
Yeah.
Can we touch that part because it leads to this book? It's just this one paragraph on that book. The male agenda.
Go back to that one real quick.
I think it's to say we're gonna go straight to the point because in the book that Cap about to bring out is going to expound on this part.
Go ahead.
No. You got it. So. We just gonna go straight to the point. All right, go next page. Got it. Yep.
Make sure y'all got it on the screen. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, right quick. Where it talks about go up a little. Start at the top.
You know what Officer Bernard.
Indian problems.
This how you know this is an Officer Bernard book. You know how you know?
That thumb in them.
No. Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Them highlights.
This brother highlight the whole page.
What part you want? I want the whole page.
I never seen it, bro. Every book. This how you know it's one of his books. Because the whole page would be highlighted.
Will be coloring.
I'm like, what part did you know? I read the whole book. The whole book.
Come on, man.
The whole book.
Ain't no bones.
Go ahead, though, man. All praise to the Father.
Hey, just from the top, because it's gonna touch on that point.
Go ahead.
All right, we ain't gonna read the whole thing though. Go ahead.
Read the highlighted parts.
Yeah.
Indian problem was simply to civilize the Native Americans.
All right, so that's what the white man goal was. Go ahead.
The goal of this civilization campaign was to make Native Americans as much like white Americans as possible by encouraging them to convert to Christianity.
Well, we just read what the Pope said. Go ahead.
Learn to speak and read English.
So this is all the stuff that the English. What's the quote they said? Kill the Indian, say the man. Go ahead.
And adopt European style economic practices.
So this is the point right
here.
Yeah, read that again.
European style.
So this is the goal, was to adopt European style
economic practices.
Go ahead.
Such as the individual ownership of land and
ahead.
Other property.
Not just in other property. Let's see what property. Go ahead.
Including, in some instances, the South African slaves.
So this was taught when you got the 5 civilized tribes. The Europeans taught them basically to how a lot of black people claim that Native Americans enslaved us. Right. It was taught to them by the Europeans. It was forced on them.
It was forced.
It was forced on them.
Just like the Gad Princess, she just said they use the word adopt, but it means force. It was forced. Right. Yep. Hey, whenever y'all put those books up there, make sure that y'all zoom in because they can't see what we see right here. So make sure that y'all zooming in and highlighting. So let me put y'all on the spot now. Go to the other book. All right, we revisiting this book. We brought this out last week, Black Indians. Go ahead, go into it.
If you want to hide something from a Negro, you put it in the book. These been in Esau's books for ages about who we are as a people.
All right, so let's read this.
Between the races, we cannot dig too deep a gulf. In 1522, Europeans in the Americas first learned that slavery did not easily lead to enormous wealth. On Christmas Day, African and Indian slaves on a plantation owned by Diego Columbus rose and murdered their masters and overseers.
So listen to this, man. On Christmas Day, why think about this, and it says African and Indian slaves, because again, we were oppressed together.
Mm-hmm.
We wasn't celebrating no damn Christmas.
Right.
This is new.
Yeah.
On Christmas Day, we understood something that a weakness, and we found what did it say? In their armor, a kink
in their armor.
We found a kink in their armor
because they was comfortable.
Because they was comfortable. It's gonna explain it.
Yep.
On Christmas Day, while we celebrating Christmas today, our forefathers had the mindset. You know what? This is the day we need to attack.
Right.
Yeah. Because they are oppressing and doing all type of atrocities to both of us.
Right.
Go ahead.
Nearby Native Americans joined the rebels.
Go ahead.
The beautiful island of Santo Domingo shook with the first recorded slave rebellion in the New World. The conspiracy had spread across the sprawling sugar plantations.
So once they hearing, damn, they attack our brothers over here, our brothers over here attacked on Christmas Day, it was successful. We need to do the same thing.
Yep. Right.
Go ahead.
The conspiracy had spread across the sprawling sugar plantations in the weeks before Christmas. Patiently, the plotters waited until Christmas Day.
Damn. Go ahead.
When the planters...
So they wasn't getting no gifts ready.
Right.
Before Christmas.
Yeah. They had a gift, all right.
Yeah. They was waiting, sharpening they tools. They getting ready.
They didn't have no Christmas tree.
They had no damn Christmas tree up. Go ahead.
Patiently, the plotters waited until Christmas Day, when the planters and their families will be bloated with food, soaked with liquor, and too weak or sleepy to offer much resistance.
Now, hey, when I read this, think about the scriptures about Reuben.
Right.
What did Reuben do? What was the history of Reuben? Remember,
Reuben and with the
remember when the Hamites,
the Hamites.
defiled our sister.
Delilah. Was it Dinah?
Dinah.
Yeah.
So remember, what did they do? They
wait till he
sit there.
Make him go to sleep. They gave him something to sleep or whatever.
They wait till he was circumcised. He was in pain.
They was in pain.
Yeah.
Circumcised them, and now all of us, let's make a pact. If you circumcise, you be like us.
Yeah.
You understand? So they waited. The same concept.
Yeah.
And then they attacked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this shows this is in their spirit.
That's in their spirit.
It's in their
All
spirit,
praises.
bro.
All
Go ahead.
praises.
Was that it on that? Go ahead. For 2 days?
Then they struck, plunging into the night to kill whites and find freedom.
Damn, go ahead.
For 2 days, they met little opposition.
Right, because they was drunk as hell, still bloated of food. You know, Negroes like leftovers. You know,
we talking about the original Negro.
Damn, right.
But on the third, Spanish troops caught up with the rebels in an open field. In an open field and open fire. The fugitives broke for the woods.
Go ahead.
The Europeans were unfamiliar with the treacherous terrain.
Damn.
Near the city of Santo Domingo. Few were willing to pursue their most dangerous slaves into an area suited to guerrilla warfare.
Suited for guerrilla warfare. When you read the book of Joshua, that's where we learned guerrilla warfare.
Yep.
We learned war.
All 12 tribes.
All 12 tribes had this.
Yep.
They had this, so they understood. Let's attack on Christmas Day when these niggas follow us, when the Edomites follow us. Yeah, sometimes I refer to Edom or Esau as niggas or niggas.
I like that.
I have a tendency of doing these things.
Just like you clutch your kids.
Yeah. Sometimes I have a tendency.
You gotta do
because you know it is what it is.
It is
but
what it is.
You got to understand. This was in their spirit. They knew about this guerrilla warfare. They knew about this, and they will wait till Christmas. The African and the natives joined together to revolt against what was going on.
Right.
You understand? And this is what led into what we brought out earlier. You could drop that. This is what led into the Trail of Tears.
Right.
Them hiking us up, you know, from Florida all the way up into what we know now as the Midwest.
Oh, okay.
You understand? And just think about, give me that, because you made a point. They had made the treaties, or somebody had made a point to give us these lands as reservations and different things like that. And then they came back and tried to run a pipeline through it.
Right.
All right, did you find that
Yeah, it's
video?
in there. It's in there.
Yeah.
Just tag it and put it at the bottom. Make it easy for him. You know, he's
I got you, new
This is
guy.
his first day on the job, bro.
Come on,
Actually,
man.
This is down
Nah,
there.
he about 3 weeks in.
It's 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
You been on for about a month and a half, so we gotta take the new brother title off for it.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Interim.
All right, let's get that. Watch this.
He ain't fell asleep today, though.
The interim new guy.
Watch this thing.
Move now to this.
Plug us in.
Israel. Like, share, and subscribe to IUIC Kansas City on all platforms.
All right, all right.
Go ahead.
Maybe.
In North Dakota, authorities there clashing with demonstrators who've set up camp on private land to protest the construction of a controversial pipeline. NBC national correspondent Miguel Almaguer has the latest on this. Miguel, good morning.
Savannah, good morning. The confrontation between police and protesters spilled into the early morning hours. More than 140 people were arrested. Second bridge was lit on fire. This is demonstrators' promise their fight isn't over.
Overnight, police held the ground where they clashed with Native American protesters near Cannonball, North Dakota. An army of 200 officers clearing demonstrators, blocking a highway used to access a controversial oil pipeline under construction. Using high-pitched sound and firing beanbags and pepper spray, authorities arrested protesters who refused to leave private land.
They were disobeying commands. Many of the protesters that would get right in the faces of the officers.
So, wait a minute. So you give them the reservation.
Yep.
Bring it out.
Yep.
And then you arrest them under the guidelines of they refuse to leave private land.
Right.
Can't make this stuff
You're
up.
getting arrested on your land.
On your land, supposedly.
Right.
Supposedly this is your land.
Supposedly it's not America.
Amazing.
Private land.
And some of that pipeline was going through some of their sacred lands and rivers and stuff like that they really, took pride in, man.
Bro, we don't understand. We don't understand this pipeline, right? Runs from Alaska to Canada, from Canada all the way down to Texas. And now these same reservations, they're trying to, or not trying to, they have built pipelines and deemed these lands as private property.
Right.
You understand? This is what's going on. Now I want to give a little bit of history in Missouri. All right, Kansas City. Let me show y'all this right quick. Any of y'all that's familiar with Kansas City, we have a street, a famous street called Truce. Right? Let me send this right quick. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me.
Right.
All right, let's put this up there right quick. Is this it? Is this another article y'all found or something? Okay, go ahead. Let's read that.
The Kansas City Star.
Watch this.
Yes. Kansas City's Truce Avenue was named for a slaveholder.
Named for a slaveholder. It's going to get into his name. Go ahead.
And that's not all we found.
Go ahead.
Truce Avenue has become known as Kansas City's dividing line, and its roots run deep in the city's history of racial segregation and slavery.
So anybody that's been in Kansas City or grew up in the area, whatever, you know about Kansas City. You know that Truce runs north and south.
Yep.
One side of Truce, east of Truce, you got the hood, you got the city, you got poverty, right? Directly across the street, and we're not talking about 2 or 3 blocks. I'm talking about directly across the street. The property value goes from, let's say, $60,000. When you cross the street,
literally.
4 lanes. We talking about four lanes.
Stoplight.
2 lanes now.
Two lanes.
You looking at about 600,000. And you can see it.
You can see it.
600,000 across the street. So this is what we're talking about. That truce, the truce line. They call it redlining. But go ahead.
A reader asks, "What's your KCQ?" A community reference project with the Star and the Kansas City Public Library about its origins. Wasn't Truce Avenue named after a slaveholder who had a plantation at 31st and Truce?
Go ahead. This is stuff that we don't know.
Right.
Go ahead.
We dove into records kept by the library through decades of newspaper clippings and, of course, a thorough Google search.
All right, go down, scroll down. Watch this. I want to get right here, Dr. Benedos Truce. That's his name. Watch this.
Dr. Benos Truce and early Kansas City.
Watch this.
Before Truce became an avenue,
Go ahead.
the Osage Nation.
The Osage Nation, which is these are the so-called Native American brothers.
Yeah.
The Osage Nation, go ahead.
Used it as a hunting trail and path to the Missouri River.
They used that to get down to the Missouri River. So if you know about Truce runs all the way south, all the way to downtown, running into the what? The Missouri River.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they took this. Remember, these things were going on. Matter of fact, before I jump ahead, just read on, my brother.
Treaties with the United States between 1808 and 1825.
These are our Reuben brothers and sisters. That's why I said a lot of us.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of y'all who think that y'all Judah.
Y'all.
Yeah, y'all.
A lot of y'all.
That think that y'all Judah.
Also like him.
You might be Reuben in this area because of the Trail of Tears, and also, again, they had blacks, Africans that was coming with them.
Right. Yep.
But go ahead, watch this. Read that treaties again.
Treaties with the United States between 1808 and 1825 displaced the Osage.
Right.
Then forced to travel along the Trail of Tears.
Go ahead.
By the end of that, forced removal.
Go ahead.
The population was reduced by 95%, according to the Osage Nation Foundation.
Watch this. Go ahead.
Born in Holland in 1776, Dr. Benos Truce moved to Kansas City around 1847 after serving as a hospital steward in the army of Napoleon.
Go ahead.
He was
the army of who?
Napoleon.
Right. Go ahead.
He was the city's first resident physician. Truce was one of the trustees when the town of Kansas was incorporated by the county in 1850.
Yeah, the town, because it wasn't a city back then. It was just a town. It was just a town. Give me that in Psalms 49 and I think it's 11, right?
Yep.
They named, you know that?
Cities after them.
Watch this.
The book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11.
Go ahead.
Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Go ahead. This is the inward thought of the wicked.
Yeah.
That their houses shall continue forever. Go ahead.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
And they dwelling in their dwelling places. When he came to Kansas City, he wasn't even born from here. He's from Holland. He was in the army of Napoleon. You know what Napoleon was doing to us?
Killing us.
Knocking us off. You understand? That's a whole nother class just under what Napoleon was doing to the blacks over on that side of the land. But go ahead.
They call their lands after their own names.
Their dwelling place. He said they call their lands after their own names. So when he got over here, he took the Osage, what the Osage used as a trail for hunting. Based on them coming up here, being forced up here from the Trail of Tears, when he got over here, he took that and said, you know what? This is truce.
Boy, ain't no way.
This is the red line. This is the history that a lot of people don't understand.
Right.
All right, look up, you got something on it, officer?
No, go ahead.
Look up them trying to rename truce.
And it's a lot of violence that happened there on Truce.
Truce.
Especially from 31st.
31st, yeah.
In that area, a lot of
Where
violence,
his plantation was.
And it's crazy.
And you literally can look over and see the difference between the two sections of the city, and you don't never see a Negro even go over there to. They don't go over there to rob. They don't go over there and mess with them white folks. Especially when you go, go ahead.
I was about to say we never escaped the plantation. They still on the plantation.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Truth over Truce. Kansas City business owner pushes to rename Truce Avenue.
All right. This is recently that I just saw that popped up. Go ahead. This is like last year he just did this. Go ahead.
Kansas City, Missouri. Chris Good, owner of Ruby Jean's Juicery on East 30th Street and Truce Avenue, is pushing to change the narrative along the street by changing the name due to its ties to slavery. These green signs have blood dripping down them quite literally.
Damn, he's 100% right. Go ahead.
Walking in his truth, Good is working to clean up Truce Avenue one step at a time.
Just read the last two paragraphs. Go ahead.
Sentences. Go ahead. This nagging thing in my spirit said, Chris, you gotta go after what is real on this street. Truce Avenue has a dark past, not only known as the Red Line or dividing line of Kansas City, Missouri, but it's named after Dr. Benos Truce, a physician, developer, and slave owner.
You got to think about this young brother, right? Like, in his spirit, that's why he said in his spirit it was nagging him.
Yeah.
The Most High, give me that scripture. He said he's gonna pour out I think it's in Joel 2:27, the last 28, the last verse 30.
Yep.
He said, "In the last days, I'm gonna pour out my spirit." Watch this.
The book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 28. And it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh.
He said, "I'm gonna pour out my spirit upon all flesh." It's coming a time where you seeing a lot of people are expressing a spirituality in a sense, quote unquote.
Yeah.
You understand? And embracing, like we had a pastor, we had the pulpit pastor that came up to the damn camp.
Pulpit gangster.
The pulpit gangster.
Man, sit your ass down.
And he's now they're pronouncing themselves as what? Israelites. I'm an Israelite. When you talk to a lot of people, when you hit the streets, hey, who are you? Yeah, I know I'm an Israelite from Hebrew, from the tribe of Jew. That's what they say.
Tribe of Jew.
The tribe of Jew. You know, because why? The Lord in these last days is pouring out His Spirit. Even though they might not repent.
Right.
They might not repent
They're
fully.
misguided.
It's still something in their spirit that's letting them know that guess what? Damn, we in oppression.
Right.
We've been oppressed. Let me do some more research.
Yeah.
We've been knowing this information about been in those truths for a while.
Right.
You understand? Now he's just coming out and saying, "Brian, it's something in my spirit that I got to change this."
Yeah.
And guess what? The city is not going to allow him to change that.
Right.
Just showing you, we was in this area, man. That Trail of Tears is real. My brother might say, "Hey, nah, the Trail of Tears ain't real." Okay, well, let's see.
Bring it out.
KU is in possession of Native American remains.
Hey, what is KU?
Kansas University.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I wanted to make sure. We
Come
talking about
on,
the Kansas
man.
Jayhawks, right?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Jock Jayhawk.
Rock Jock Jayhawks, man. Watch this.
Never liked them.
The remains are being stored.
Now go up. You missed the sentence right there. Yeah.
The University of Kansas has remains of Native American people in its museum collections.
Damn. So wait a minute. Remember we was in Riverdale.
Yes, sir.
What the brother said. Where are the bones of Moses?
Right.
Where are the bones of our forefathers?
Yeah.
Listen, this is what they did. They dug our graves up and they keep our bones.
Yeah. Right.
This is prophesied all through the scriptures. As well. Give me that. You know what I want, right?
Yes, sir.
Jeremiah.
Bring it out.
Watch this.
Jeremiah chapter 8 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
At that time, saith the Lord, they shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah.
This is the prophecy. They was going to bring out the bones of the kings of Judah. Read.
Right.
And the bones of his princes.
And the bones of his princes. Go ahead.
And the bones of the priests.
Wow. Go ahead.
And the bones of the prophets.
Go ahead.
And the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem out of their graves.
Go ahead. What they going to do
And
with
they
it?
shall spread them before the sun.
They going to share them with each other. Our young brother Rasheem, what's his name? Carter.
Yep.
Yeah.
They hunted this brother down,
Right.
killed him,
Yeah.
and instead of giving him a proper burial, instead of allowing his family a proper burial, what did they do? They spread his remains around to the point where they still finding them to this day.
Man.
So for a Negro to come up and his argument is, we not the Jews because where is Moses' bones?
Right.
We not the Jews because where is the prophet Jeremiah's bones?
Yeah.
Right.
Where is Christ's bones?
Yeah.
Right.
Nigga, all throughout history, this is what our oppressor do. This is what they does.
Right.
Yeah.
They take our bones and they share them amongst themselves.
Remember Nat Turner when they killed Nat Turner, they skinned him
Yep.
and they used his skin for wallets and shoes.
Yep. That's what I was about to say.
Cold game right
Yeah.
there.
Django.
Django too. Django. He brought the bone. He brought the head out the skull.
Yeah.
And they put these in the movies, and they expect the Negro to go over their head.
Yep.
They don't catch these things.
Yep.
Go back up to that article real quick, because we only got a couple minutes.
The remains are being stored in the annex of Lippincott Hall,
Damn, go ahead.
which is the building that currently houses offices of staff members in KU's Indigenous Studies program.
Bruh.
Now, think about this, bro. Now, y'all ain't jumping in.
That's
I'll jump in.
disrespectful,
They studying.
No, they got the bones across the street
Yeah.
from the so-called Native Indigenous Studies.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they don't know about these bones.
Right.
As
Wow.
you continue to read the article, they don't know nothing about, hey, wait a minute, you got our forefathers' bones
right
across-
underneath us.
right
Right
underneath
across
us?
the
Yeah.
street.
Go ahead, read.
Offices were closed Tuesday, and they will be moved to a different location on campus.
Now, when they find this out, we got to close the building, and we got to move this stuff across. We got to move this to a whole other building.
They didn't say give it back.
They didn't say give it back. This is the hatred for our people.
Yes.
Go ahead.
KC Chancellor Douglas Gerard, Barbara Bickelmeyer, Provost and Executive Vice Chancellor Nicole Hodges Pursley, Interim Vice Provost for Diversity, Equity, Inclusion, and Belonging,
Go ahead.
and Melissa Peterson, Director of Tribal Relations, sent out a joint statement Tuesday morning.
The Director of Tribal Relations. Now you got to. This is somebody who's been assimilated. She's probably one of our people.
Right.
They usually put the woman. Is that her,
Bruh, that's the same woman that told us to leave.
Yes. Is that her? Is that
Yes.
Melissa?
Dang.
That's
her.
Melissa Pearson. Was that her that we just read about? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yep. That's her. Is her picture on there?
Yep.
Yes. That's the same woman when we went to the powwow at KU.
Yep.
That told us, hey, you cannot. That's
she
her.
was screaming
She
at
was
us.
pissed.
Yeah.
Following us around.
Yeah.
We cannot pass
That's
out
her.
those flyers to the Native Americans.
Yes.
We can't pass out the literature because this is private land.
Right.
That's what she told us.
And we had a university, and a university that's public.
That's public property.
That's public. Anybody could go to a
Right.
university, pass out flyers.
Go back up. Read just this last paragraph. As a university, this is what she put out, man. Come on, man.
As a university, we have a responsibility to follow the Native American Graves Protection and Repatriation Act.
The NAGPAR. Why would they have to put a Native American Graves Protection?
Right.
Why would they have to put that as an act?
Right.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Because why? The prophecy was that our oppressor would dig up our graves and spread them across the country. Right. That's the prophecy. That's why they had to put the act in place.
Right.
We be reading this stuff and it be flying over your damn head.
Wow.
Without the scriptures.
Yeah.
This is why the Lord said at the last, I'm going to pour my spirit on y'all. I'm going to make y'all remember everything.
Yep.
Go ahead, read.
A federal law enacted by Congress in 1990.
Damn. Go ahead.
Which sets criteria.
So before 1990, they was doing what? The hell
Whatever
they wanted
to
to
do.
do.
Yep.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Which sets criteria for tribal nations to reclaim human remains, ancestors, and funerary objects held by museums. According to the statement, the university has a responsibility to tribal nations and to Native American community to continue a relationship built on dignity, respect, and enduring support.
So why you mad at us for coming and trying to wake your behind up?
Right. Yes.
You should be mad at the damn office.
That's right. Yes.
At the KU, what they call it, the damn KU.
A mission office.
Yeah, the mission office.
The mission office.
You got your grandma buried.
Yeah, got your damn grandma buried where you holding your powwow.
Amazing.
Where they doing the Easter egg hunt?
Where you doing the Easter egg hunt.
Damn.
And you mad at us for coming and trying to wake you up and trying to show you the Bible correlates with your history.
Yeah.
Come on,
that's what you call misplaced aggression.
That's man. Come on, bro.
Hey, here goes some of your grandma. We using the rest of it.
Right. We don't use the rest of it.
You can't have it.
You can't have it all.
have
now, nigga. Go ahead. What was you gonna say, officer? You gonna say something?
No, I was gonna say that's what that priest that we brought out last week at that church was saying.
Jesuit,
we need to be celebrating our differences. That's the differences they talking about. Because on one end, I got your bones, but the other end, go ahead and celebrate Easter and go ahead and celebrate your thing. But I got your ancestors, and you can't get them back. This is this is who we are. This is who you're. No, you ain't getting it. Like they have power over our bodies, like the scriptures say.
Yeah.
They have power over our bodies.
Scroll down a little bit. Scroll down.
And that's why, bro, no reparations could ever amount to what they've done to us.
No,
period.
sir.
Yeah.
No set of money.
No, sir.
They want you to be docile. They want you to forget. No, let's just celebrate our differences.
Was this before or after the powwow?
This was before. This is before the powwow. I've been had this article. This is before the powwow, bro.
Dang, that's her too.
I forgot that was
she
her.
She
bro.
says you're not gonna. Yeah,
I forgot that was her. I should have brought
no flyers, bro. Cause
I messed. I tripped on that one. That's me right there. But all praises to the Most High. We bringing it out now, Miss Peterson. You understand? Listen, you gotta wake up. Native Americans, y'all the Israelites.
That's right.
Somebody tag Miss Peterson.
Somebody tag her, man. We the Israelites. We are one. You understand? This is the prophecy. He's going to take two and turn it into one stick.
Yes, right.
You understand? So all praises to the Most High. That's part 2. All right, y'all got anything else before we close?
Nah, I'm good.
Wake up.
What you say, wake up?
Wake up.
Yes, bro.
Yeah,
Knowing the times, man. Give me that Romans 13 right quick, 11.
The book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11.
Yes, sir.
And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
Knowing the time. All this information is coming out, and we putting all this information together like precepts.
Yeah.
Making it plain, giving a sense of it. You understand? Knowing this time, now it's time for us to wake up and come out of what? What did it say we was in?
Out of sleep.
We in deep sleep. We in deep sleep. Meaning you the Walking Dead. The Walking Dead is about you.
Right.
That movie was created about you.
Yep.
It's time for us to wake out of deep sleep.
That's
you understand? Before that decree come and you get caught up because there's a punishment for them hiding them graves, AKU. For them boarding schools that they got all across Kansas, all across the reservations, all in North Dakota, all across this country. It's a punishment for that. You don't want to be mixed up with that punishment.
Right.
Nope.
You understand? You're gonna have to accept that punishment.
Yep.
That's right.
That's thus said the Bible. All right, so I'm Captain of Red, but got
Officer Benaiah.
Officer Benaiah.
Officer Abishai.
Also, Eliakim.
Officer Jim Rock.
Soldier Gamaliel.
Soldier Gamaliel. Shout out, man, to the IT guy, man. You did good today, bro.
All praise
You did
God.
good.
Soldier Ira.
Under stress, man. He did good, man. Even though your brother, officer,
He was just
yeah,
chilling
he was
back
just
there.
chilling.
He ain't
Come
helping
on,
with
man.
nothing.
He said he got to take the training wheels off, bro. You understand? All praises, man. Shout out to Soldier Yan, man. So, formerly known as Bobita. All praises to the Most High, man. That's another episode of Saying of the Seers. Check us out every Monday at 12:30 to 2:30.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
Central Standard Time. All right, all praise to the Most High. With that, we say shalom.
Elevate on them. So much snakes I see around me. Don't want me to live, they wanna ground me. They tryna silence me. I got God on my side and all these legions that go right for me. So I pray for my enemies. I pray, gotta pray for my enemies. I pray, yeah. I gotta pray for my ops. Want me to fall so bad, they pulling out all the stops. All the work to be done and they want me to stop. Fulfilling my destiny, I'm on my way.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is children with role models.